Hi guys, welcome to another tutorial. I'm Josef Botnar. You are on IT.tutorials YouTube channel. In this video tutorial, I'm going to talk about creation tables in a database. In the last video tutorials, I created this database student data, and now I want to populate this database student data with tables. You have two options. Either you will use the graphical user or the Transact SQL server to create tables. But first of all, you should release the new query editor, and you have to go here to this drop-down list and check if your database is selected. As you can see, now the database selected is master, which comes together with the installation of this management studio. It is about this database, yeah, as you can see. And our database is student data, yeah. In order to select our database, either you go here in this drop-down list and click on arrow and select your database, or you can use a Transact SQL statement, namely using this keyword use and the name of your database, which appears in this intelligence list. Click on database, and after select, click on execute. Go down here in this messages window, and you will see your command was completed successfully. And go here in this drop down list, and you will see your database is selected. After you can create your database. You can populate this database with tables. I'm going to use the Transact SQL option to create tables. To do so, you have to write the create keyword, and after tables keyword, and the last is the name of the table. In my case, let it be students, yeah, followed by parentheses. Each table must contain columns and rows. The columns usually carry a name, and they have data type. The rows usually store information related to one item. So I'm going to create columns of this students table. The first column will be student ID. This column will store a unique number for each student. Therefore, the type will be integer. As you know, probably, integer can store whole numbers. The whole numbers refers to numbers which doesn't contain decimal numbers, doesn't contain the point, the decimal point. Yeah. So they can be positive and negative numbers which doesn't contain a decimal point. Yeah. So that means this column will contain numeric type. Yeah. About data type, I'm going to do a separate video tutorial. In this moment, you bear in your mind this int. It is a integer type which can store whole numbers. Yeah. Because this column, student ID, will store a unique number for each student. And because I don't want this column to contain null values, I'm going to write this statement not null. So that means I don't allow for this column to contain null values. This student ID column should contain something, yeah. Okay, comma, and the next is another column, which could be first name. The type will be varchar, which is a string type, and I'm going to write the length of this type up to 50. That means the first name, which is a text, can contain a first name up to 50 characters. Yeah. All right. Another column could be last name. the same type, varchar, the length up to 50, and so on. But I don't like this kind to create a table, so that's why I recommend you to put down these parentheses and put a column for another row. So allocate a row for each column. In this way you can visualize your statement much better, and your statement is more organized, in my opinion. So I prefer this kind of statement to create a new table. So again, I go back here, where is this column first name, and I don't allow for this column to be null. The same for last name, not null. Yeah, another column could be address. Yeah, each student has a address. The type is the same, varchar. The length, the range of this 50 as well. And I can allow for this column the null. Just for exemplification, we can presume that a student moved recently and doesn't know very well his address. Okay, so comma, and now I'm going to write the last column for this table, date of birth. Yeah, I'm going to use this acronym DOB for the date of birth. The type will be date, which allow to store in this column dates. Yeah, and I don't allow for this column to be null as well. As you can see, for the last column I don't use the comma. So this is the statement used to create table using transact SQL statements. Yeah, select all the statement, click on execute, check if your command was completed successfully. Here in message windows, as you can see, my command was completed successfully. You go and expand your database, tables, expand the tables, go and select tables, right click and refresh. And here you go, here is our table, students, which was created after I write this transact SQL statement. Let's expand this table, let's expand the columns, and you can see each column here, student ID, first name, last name, address, and date of birth. Okay, so this is the first column which was created inside this database, student data. Another method to create a table is to use the graphical interface. So select tables, right click with your mouse, select new and table. And now here is the graphical interface, which is in my opinion easier to create tables. You can see clear the column name, the data type, and allow nulls. So here you are going to write the column name. I'm going to create I want to create another table which I'm going to name it teacher. So each teacher should have a unique number, so this is going to be teacher ID. The data type, again, int, which is a numeric type which has the ability to store whole numbers. I don't want this column to store nulls values, so I turn off this ticked. Yeah, another column will be first name. The type will be varchar. The range, it could be 50. Yeah, I don't allow for this column to be null, so I turn off this. Last name, the same varchar 50. I don't allow for this column to be null, so I turn off this. Each teacher should have a address. Yeah. Varchar, the range 50. So I allow for this column to store null values. So I'm going to leave this on, this tick here in this column, allow nulls. Yeah, because for exemplification, we can presume a teacher moved recently and doesn't know very well the address, and we will type in the address later on. The last column is the date of birth. This is going to be a data type, and I'm now going to allow for this column to be null. Here you go. In order to be effective the creation of this table, you go here and click on Save Table. This window dialog will appear. In this text box, write the name of the table, which is going to be teacher, and click OK. Go here and select tables, right click, refresh. Here you go. Here is our new table teacher. Also, if you select the students, and you can visualize this as a design, right click and design. Here is the table created using a translate SQL statement, and here is its design, and you can do changes if you want here. So that's all for now. Thank you for watching this video tutorial. See you next time. Bye bye.